Hello everyone, Vlad over here. Hope you're having a great day. So I just got the new AirPods Pro 2nd generation, and in today's video we are going to look at if it's even worth it to upgrade from the 1st to the 2nd generation. There are some new changes in terms of the tech inside, but let's see if the difference is even big enough and worth the upgrade. So just sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Alright, let's start with the unboxing. The box didn't change at all. I actually have the box on the first AirPods Pro right over here. And as you can see, the size is pretty much the same. They pretty much only flipped the image and that's it. But otherwise, I think even the side and the back information, not much changed. All right, let's put this aside and let's get into this one. Nice. Let's open this up. Classic manual. Then we have the AirPods case. So what's actually new in this year AirPods, they included extra tip. So in the previous generation, you would have the small, medium, and large. This year, they actually introduced the extra small. I know quite a lot of people that actually are still using the original AirPods just because the tip didn't really fit in their ear. So it's quite nice to see that Apple actually thinks about those people, including the extra small, which might not, but also might convince them to use it, right? And then we just have the classic USB-C and Lightning cable. All right, let's unpack this one. Nice and shiny. Oh, so what's actually new in this year, we have a space for a loop right over here on the side. And then this year's generation also includes microphones, so you can actually find it through your Find My in your iPhone, and it will make a sound. But pretty much, I mean, if I compare it with my AirPods Pro, they are in the Nomad case. Yeah, not much change. If we look on the actual AirPod, okay, so this one is a bit smaller. Oh, and they have the extra microphone over here on top, but otherwise, it's not that big of a change, to be honest. Let's talk about the biggest difference between the first AirPods Pro and the 2nd generation, and that is the new H2 chip that enables and improves all the existing features of the AirPods Pro. If you're just looking on a paper, both the 1st and the 2nd generation have transparency mode, noise cancellation, adaptive equalizer, etc. But this new H2 chip takes some of these features to the next level. When we look at the new adaptive transparency mode, for example, which by the way in the app is still called transparency mode, so don't get confused. This is something that got improved a lot. So the transparency mode pretty much picks up everything that's going around you. So let's say you're walking through the city, right? It helps you to be aware of your surrounding, for example. But the microphone also picks up the noises you don't want to hear, such as construction noise. So with this new adaptive transparency mode, all the harsh or loud noises that are above 85 decibels gets artificially lowered so your hearing is protected. It's actually quite funny the way it works because the other day I was walking to the office in the city and I passed this construction noise on purpose to see how well it was going to work. And once I got close enough where the noise was getting quite high, all of a sudden it got artificially lowered and you could just notice the difference right away. It still keeps the signature of the noise or sound, but it lowers it to a level that's just much better for your hearing. When it comes to the active noise cancellation capabilities, Apple is claiming that they improved the noise cancellation by 2 times, but in my opinion, it's maybe around 40%. Like, you can hear the difference for sure, and they filter out white noise much better than the previous generation, and they do get a bit quieter. But I wouldn't say it's an insane improvement compared to the 1st generation. I still need to test them out on a flight or somewhere to compare it even more, but so far it's a nice improvement, but not dramatically better. When it comes to audio quality, I can hear quite a bit of an improvement actually. I listen to a lot of heavy metal and the sound is definitely more clean. There's much less distortion happening at a higher volume, and it's just a bit more punchy and crisp. I like it. There's also a new improved battery life by 33%, which equals to about 6 hours of listening time with noise cancellation on. and up to 30 hours with the case. I mean, I never had these in my ears for more than 3 hours in a row, but it's definitely a nice improvement. Talking about the case though, that got improvement as well. Now you have this loop on the side, so you can attach them to your keychain or something. And this new case now have a little speaker on the bottom. So if you lose them around your apartment, for example, they are much easier to find through the Find My app in your iPhone, and they will even play a loud sound, so it's easier for you to locate them. On top of that, you can also now use the Apple Watch charger with the new case. So if you're traveling somewhere, that's one less charge that you need to worry about. Now let's talk about the new touch controls of these AirPods. I was really excited about this when they announced it on the stage, because I was hoping that the first generation of AirPods would already have this. And now that I had a chance to play around with it for a little while, I'm not sure what to think about it, to be honest. Like, it's nice and it works for like adjusting the volume up and down, but it's not as smooth as I imagine it to be. It does take a little bit of practice to get it on the first try, and you can't use too much force, otherwise you'll pause your track, but maybe it's just something that takes time getting used to, and in a month or so it's going to be much easier. I don't know. Let's see. Now there is something that I do want to talk about, and I hope they fixed it compared to their first generation of AirPods Pro. I have been using the first generation since it was released back in 2019. And believe it or not, I actually went through 3 pairs of AirPods in the last 3 years. There was just always a different issue that would start happening every single year. First, it was this weird whistling sound that I had in my AirPods. Then the year later, it was this crackling noise that was first only in one of them, and then both of them had it. And it was just always happening after around a year of use. Now, Apple always gave me new ones, and they always acknowledged that the fault was on their side, but it's definitely an annoying experience to go through every single year. I know some people that had similar problems like me, but I hope this is not going to repeat as often with the new generation. So yeah, that's it for the video. Let me know what you think about the new AirPods Pro in the comment section below. My final conclusion would be that there is definitely a noticeable improvement compared to the first generation. But if you already have the first generation of AirPods Pro and you are not using the noise cancellation and transparency mode that much, then just stick with what you have. But if you are still rocking the very first generation of AirPods, then you might consider giving these a try. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching the video. Follow me on social media, stay rad, and I will see you next time.